17 days. It's nice because I don't have to update Windows until one day it probably just fucking does it for me in the middle of my work, which surely it will probably happen one day. Anyways, are we live on YouTube? We are live on YouTube. All right. It's work time, baby. It's work time. I'm not too worried about aligning the pieces, by the way. Especially the rail pieces. It's not an issue. And then once we align it once, we don't have to do it ever again because it's the same alignment for every single train. But the problem is right now, this entire train, like look at this. The entire train, this is the entire train. It's all just one static mesh, which is like, it's not the most high poly thing in the world, but it's definitely not great for like distance fields. The distance fields are all one thing. It's also really annoying. Distance fields doves add on to our memory cost. 15 megabytes streamed in, but that means 15 megabytes streamed in always when you're inside of the train or when you have it in view. You also have to disable another setting for the uptime to reset fast boot, I think it's called. Otherwise it goes into deep sleep when you shut down. I think whenever I shut down, it just resets. Because every time I've looked at the uptime... Well, I could be wrong. I'd have to look. Yeah, all of this is one big piece. Not good. 2, I have not set up any custom collision yet, so it is using the geometry as collision. As you can see, this is what it is. It's using complex collision as simple. Not very good either. So another thing to consider. Yeah. So I do want to do a little optimization pass where we start separating the pieces, you know, into their own things. It's better to separate things in multiple static meshes in general. Generally, it depends, obviously. I'm going to use the statement, it depends. But yes, you don't really want the entire train to be one whole piece, because then that means when we're looking at it from the exterior, the interior is always... Like, parts of the interior are being rendered. If I freeze rendering right here, let's see if it works with the level instance. It does. You can see that some of the stuff is hidden, but like all of the other things that are in the train are not set to hidden because, except for that locker, which was probably invisibility. Everything's being rendered, technically, which is not very good. Because the overdraw for that is probably, let's see the overdraw, I'm actually curious. Like, I'm pretty sure the overdraw is rendering those back triangles. I'm pretty sure they are. Even though we don't technically see it here. Yeah. Yeah, generally a good idea to separate things. I will say one bad thing right now is because we're doing the whole point light thing to like add kind of a faked bounce lighting. Our light complexity right now, not looking good, guys. It's not looking good. If we have any performance issues, I'm thinking this is probably going to be problemo numero uno. Yeah. It's not all white. It's fine. It's pretty borderline, man. We got purple and whites already here. You already have performance issues? No. I mean, if we do run into performance issues, this is probably going to be thing number 1. Now, that being said, everything has draw distance. Everything has draw distance. So, we just have to be very careful. Stationary lights don't fucking matter because we literally can't do any baked lighting, which really sucks. It really sucks, man. Oh, it really sucks that we can't do baked lighting. God, that would be great. Why isn't that a feature, man? Why isn't that a feature? Why can't you bake lighting onto a level instance and then it retains it? Bake this? Bake these! Thoughts? Also, is that a thermometer? What? What thing? You mean this view? Yeah, I guess it could be a thermometer. In terms of where shit's fucked. This is the where shit's fucked thermometer. The fuel readout? The fuel readout is just a, I don't know, it's a tube. I don't know how it works technically, technologically. Listen, I just work here, man. We also need to fix the darkness at the end of the tunnel. I don't like that very much, but I'm not worrying about that right now. I'm not worrying about that right now. Just for future me. A problem for future me, not for current me, because I don't care. Not caring, not caring. This shit's dark though, I gotta say. I think we might have to make it so holding the flashlight you can still interact with stuff. I can guarantee that's gonna piss people off. Yeah. Left-handed interactions. Time to do some work. Real. Uh-oh. Okay, good. So let's see. What are we gonna do today? We got a couple of things on the route system that we have to do. We do have to work on the monsters, man. Fuck. Okay. Sight. Distance. Hearing. Am I going to use the built-in perception system that is annoying to use, or am I just going to build my own? I feel like I might as well just build my own, because last time I used the perception system in Suit for Hire, we ended up just like putting my own shit in. Like, it just didn't matter. Like, the perception system built into UE is too, like, I feel like it's too rigid. That being said, the hearing perception would be kind of nice. But maybe I just build my own system for hearing. And I make my own node system. What function does it use for hearing? Actually, I'll just, you know what? I'll just read the perception code and I'll just make my own system. Fuck it, man. We're leveling up here. We're leveling up. Sight, distance, hearing. I wonder why you named this game Train Rot? I don't know, man. Why would you wonder? It's pretty easy to determine. It's a play on words of brain rot. Writing C++, are you, little buddy? Hey, is your caps lock broken? And also, I'm not your little buddy, pal. +2 months added. Guys, come on. Come on. We all know this shit was going to be another 4-year project because I'm stupid and I procrastinate and I'm slow. No, ideally by June, if not beforehand, we have the Steam page up. That would be the ideal. Because I think by June, we'd want to do the next fest in June. I think it's in June, right? So, yeah. Good, Rat Queen. Found your videos this morning. Lots of great stuff. Hey, thank you. They're not like the craziest, best edited videos, but yeah, I do need to get back on doing some videos. I actually recorded a voice clip, but I started like rambling in the middle of it because I didn't have a script. So I need to re-record that video. I need to look at the footage and then re-record it. Carefully notes June as a deadline. I have it somewhere in here. Yeah, June. So ideally in June we have the entire store page ready. Then we'd have to have a demo ready. I'm thinking the demo. So, okay, is this a good idea, chat? Demo could be non-randomly generated version of the game with a limited amount of items and maybe like a couple of monsters. Is that a good idea? What would be a good demo for this? Why? Why no RNG? Because I feel like, well, unless we take down the demo, right? I guess we just keep the demo up for the next fest. And then we just remove it later on. But I guess people will still have the file. Trailer of the game when it's ready. Have I ever used a real gun in my life? No, but I've been wanting to go to a gun range. But there aren't like a huge, here in Canada, there aren't like a huge selection of guns. Although there was a Desert Eagle at one of the ranges that we looked at. But dude, each magazine is expensive as hell. Demo should be a vertical slice of the game, core gameplay loop, and everything else see when the game releases. So I guess less maintenance tasks, and then just a few of the monsters while still keeping some of the randomization elements in. Time to visit the States again. We got plenty of guns. Next time I go to the States, go to a gun range. Yeah, I guess we can look into that. Every baby born gets a complimentary 22. What kind of guns are 22? Also, bro, do not shoot it as an eagle. Your wrist will shatter. Don't worry. I won't even fucking get close to that. My whole body would shatter. Are you kidding me? Oh, is 22 just like a hunting rifle? I shot a 45 ACP and it was intense. I need to work out. My whole body is shattering. I don't even need to shoot a gun to shatter my fucking body. Okay, so monsters. Perception, sight, distance, hearing. We need other things like damaging players, range, grabbing players. They need to be able to grab the players. They need to be able to damage players. People say 22 is useless, but a bullet is a bullet, and that shit will go through you. Depending on the range, anything is lethal. And depending on where it hits you. It don't matter. My body hurts. It's worth it. Yeah, usually isn't the idea that if the bullet goes through you, it's actually probably better for you? Isn't surgery like horrendous if it stays inside of you? Also, you could potentially get like poisoning and shit. What is going on in YouTube chat? We got ourselves what seems like a workout routine of probably the worst fucking routine ever. Brother, what do you think this is? One Punch Man? Guy walks into the gym. Yeah, I know how to work out. Goes to the fucking dumbbells. Does bicep curls. Doesn't know what else to do. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh. Leaves the gym. Tries to do 1 rep max by putting a shit ton of plates. Fails. Leaves the gym. Leaves everything the way it was. Didn't even put everything back. Classic. I used to work out. It's true. I know. I know I don't look it, but I used to. Yeah. My only problem right now, okay, well, there's 2 problems. 1, I have a lack of discipline, and I don't go to the gym. 2, food is expensive, bro. It's already hard enough keeping up energy with enough calories now without even working out or expending any sort of physical energy, physical fitness or whatever. You wake up at 3 p.m., we know. You forgot all the loud grunting to get everyone's attention before you lift. Ding, ding. No food, no water. I should probably drink more water. But food is expensive. You know how expensive protein is? You know how fucking expensive it is these days? That shit is, we went from protein being like a luxurious thing to it being accessible to now it being luxurious again. Like, how much? Bro, getting the cheapest, what's the cheapest protein? Chicken, probably? Even chicken's expensive, bro. Have you heard of beans? I like beans, but it's like, just eat lentils. I'd rather die. Lentils aren't bad, but I'd rather eat beans, to be honest. Which I'm pretty sure lentils are a type of bean, are they? Don't you eat cookies for sustenance? Just swap to chicken and rice with beans. I don't eat cookies for sustenance. Mods, shoot that guy. Silence that man. Mods, get a black van, put him in the black van, turn him into a worm or something. I don't know. There are no mods. There's also no black van. Yeah, I used to eat oat slop. I haven't prepared any oat slop in a while. It's been a hot minute. I gotta make myself a new batch of oat slop. Actually, my partner made cookies yesterday. Yeah, you know, they're good. They're good. They're really good. They're really good. They're really good. They're delicious. I'm gonna eat all of them probably because she was like, wow, these are too sugary, and I'm like, no, they're fine. She's like, sure. I was like, I guess I'll eat them all then, huh? They're all mine. More for me. More for me. Bro, if I could gain weight, I think I'd probably like, yeah, I'd probably be pretty chunky, I think. It's the anxiety, the constant 24/7 anxiety and stress. That's what keeps me at a low amount of weight. The instant I don't have any more stresses, I'm gonna like inflate like that, like the gum girl from Willy Wonka's factory. I need me some of that. Just become a game developer full time. Trust me, you'll start losing weight quick. Where the fuck I am? Okay. I feel like we're so close there, but also not close to there. Is that a weird feeling? It's like there's part of the game there, but also not there. Quit my job, made a game, made millions. What's next? Ah, yes, the classic Reddit post. Except you actually click on the post and you find out that, like, they didn't make millions. And in fact, now they lost the mortgage to their home, and now they're homeless. r/game dev. Welcome. Get situated. Dot damage from the fire maintenance task. We should get that done. I gotta wait. for some reason my YouTube chat isn't showing me this. You kind of look like straight Yandere Dev if he wasn't a PDF. How dare you fucking say that to me? How dare you compare me to Yandere Dev? What? Mods, ban that guy. Mods, strangle that man. Turn him into a strudel. YouTube be wild sometimes. Have you thought of... my father taught me something. It's a great thing that sometimes he also follows and sometimes he doesn't. He taught me you should think 4 times before you type or speak, and I think this might have been one of those moments where maybe you should have thought about it like 10 times over, and then not hit the enter key. You know what I mean? You know, leave it in the drafts. You know what I mean? leave that fucker in the drafts. Leave that in the draft. Oh yeah. Leave that one in the draft. Yeah. I don't even look like Yandere Dev. What the fuck, man? You could say anything. You could say Adam Driver. You could say fucking Danny DeVito. Man, I would have been fine with Danny DeVito, honestly. Like. But you had to go with that fucker. You really had to go with 6,000 polygon toothbrush motherfucker. Like, really? You had to go with cum chalice guy? Oh, come on, man. Cum chalice guy? Or they could have compared me to, who's that guy where it's like the let me in meme? What's his name again? Johnny. No, not Johnny. No, not that one. Eric Andre. Yeah, people compare me to Eric Andre, even though I'm white, and I'm pretty sure Eric Andre's light skin. So like, what? I guess color doesn't matter. I guess that person's an ally, I suppose, by saying that. Why am I being compared to so many? Stop comparing me. I am me, and you are you, and you are a fuck. That's it. Anyways, let's get to work. If I don't get to work, then I really am Yandere Dev, huh? But what if Eric Andre and Adam Driver had a baby? What about Big Chungus? What about Big Chungus? Continue. What about Big Chungus? I kind of want to work a little bit on the shop system. But I should work on the monsters. Or at least a basic version. Of the monsters, like at least getting some AI moving around and stuff. Oh fuck. Yandere Dev hated both by the 3D modeling and programmer community equally. Let's get a capsule in there. I know, that's what I'm thinking of doing. Do I call this folder monsters or passengers? Or NPCs? We call it NPCs. Five push-ups. Thank you, Riema. How's it going? Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Was Yandere Dev? I don't know. Search it up, man. It's a guy. Does he still get money from his Patreon? Don't tell me, right? Yandere Dev Patreon. Don't tell me he's still making money from this. $1,500 a month? This guy's selling drugs. No, he's selling drugs. That's what he's doing. This is money laundering. $1,500 a month? I do wonder why you don't even want to do 5 push-ups. I don't know. Maybe because I'm trying to fucking work. Thoughts? He's selling anime waifus? Man, Gooners really do be lost, man. They're lost. The Gooners are lost. How about you remove it? No, because it's kind of funny. Well, for you guys, not for me, but, you know. Throw bricks at Gooners. All right. We need a increase it to 10 then? No, I don't think so. I'm not trying to die here, okay? Not trying to die. You're negative? I have a question. When you made the video the day after, did you ever consider making a game like it? Because what we saw was really well made. Maybe at some point. But it wouldn't have PvP. PvP is too difficult of a thing to manage properly. Specular profile, interesting. Why are these things a thing? Neural profile, okay, some. But yeah, I've thought about it. I'd probably start out with... I've already kind of concepted ideas of what I would do. I'd probably start with a roguelite, similar to The Last of Us's... what was the roguelite mode called? No Return? Or whatever it was called? Something basically inspired off of that. And then... and then I'd probably expand outward. But that would be far in the future, because this game is like my first multiplayer game, so I'm learning all the fundamental stuff associated with it. And then hopefully by then, I have a better understanding of multiplayer. Who knows when that'll be. I'm working as fast as I can. That's not true. I'm not working that fast, but I'm working at a relatively fast pace for me. Okay, I need to see for the general movement component. There might be a high chance that Queso will play this game. I'm not putting him in the game. I'm not putting him in the game. Let me see. GMC General. I need to see how to get this working with AI. All right, let's take a look at the documentation. The documentation. Where was the part for... Like, do I just set up the general movement component similarly to how I would for a player character, but instead I would just do it on AI? What would be the... what would be the thing we do here? Wait, how would we even do movement on in... You're golden. A shit show commenced last night? Holy? Wait, what was the shit show? Four-player co-op? Maybe five-player? How many players is max for Repo and all these other games? I feel like it'd be good to be on the same level. Have an excellent 2026. Thank you. Likewise. Likewise. I need to see how non-player characters would have to be set up. My option menu that I spent hours working on doesn't work correctly, so now I have to rip and tear it all apart. Rip and tear until it is done. Rip and tear.
Shit my pants, I did.
You can use the default AI control for non-player pawns. The GMC's built-in organic movement implements the standard AI functionality, pathfinding, RVO, avoidance, etc. You can also get with Unrest character movement. AI-controlled pawns run their logic on the server and then replicate to clients automatically in the same way that player controls. Okay. Negative. Thank you for the Prime, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. How have I been? I've been okay. I've been sick. This whole holiday, well, ever since the holidays, I've been sick. Now it's just like a remnant of a cough and whatnot. But, yeah. Okay, so it would seem that the GMC is very similarly set up as the player controller, which let me remind myself what I need for that. We need a GMC player controller. Don't know if there's anything custom being done in here. Have I tried blueberries with elderberry powder? I've tried hot water with tea. Thoughts? Tried hot water with tea? How can I make you do 5 push-ups, by the way? That's only on the purple website. The other website. On the purple website. Sunny redeemed 5 push-ups. I'm never getting this game done, honestly. At this pace, like we're so it's Jover, bro. This shit's Jover. Oh. Now, how can I make you do 5 push-ups? You need to earn 10,000 points, which you earn by staying in the stream. Why do you have so many water bottles? It's distilled water. Next question. Just add a finished game redemption. Easy. What? Game? There's a game? I thought we were just memeing. It's true. It's true. Now, watch me open Paint and put in a black background. And then open a random ini file and just change values around. Is my new graphics card in yet? I've not plugged it in. I probably should before the refund timer is over, which what day is it? The 19th. Uh-oh. Huh. You know, yeah, well. Oh, okay, we're good. 31st. Aha! Rich streamer moment? No, I've just been working, so. No, I know how to install it. The only problem is I need to find a third PCIe cable because it requires 3 cables to plug into it, and then it's got a splitter that has like a yellow tip, and then just got to do all that. Playing Deadlock. I only played one match of Deadlock yesterday. I have not played in a while. I haven't played that. I'm waiting for the patch, man. I'm waiting for the patch. I'm waiting for the patch. What is this comment? It's a PC Lamborghini. Unable, and I even went on my way to, is it, what? What am I reading? What am I reading? What am I reading? What is he saying? Don't you have the yellow connector on your PSU? It's a new connector. My PSU is a modular PSU. It only allows cables that comes from the PSU. It's a yellow connector that you plug into the GPU, and it's a splitter that goes into 3 different cables, which is fucking crazy. And I think there was some controversy around that, where if people weren't plugging it in correctly, and apparently that would start a fire, or it would short the card. Yeah, I think that's why they painted it yellow, is so you don't see any of the yellow. It's to help you know that you've like plugged it in fully, which makes sense because people aren't the brightest bunch. Has a new yellow connector? I've never seen that before. I remember talking about that with you. About what? Wait, what about what, Bill? Cables on the card? Yeah. Which is funny. I think on my current GPU, the 3070 Ti just has 2 connections, but it's not, there's no splitter for it. I've never seen a splitter. I like opened the box just to make sure everything's there. And then I looked at the splitter and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I look at the GPU and I'm like, there's only one port. There's only one port, which is where the splitter would go. You're a base eater. Yo, hype train. Yo. Spotify notification. Go away. One of my fellow content creators, 5080 broke, so he had to get a new GPU. Oh my god. I'm kind of glad I bought a GPU before all of this shit went down. Apparently now, like, prices are slowly going up. Crazy that some of the cards don't come with the splitter. So wait, are you telling me they have to buy the splitter themselves? Or they'd have to have a situation like Hellcat where maybe you have like a part in the PSU that is supportive of that kind of flow. How are RAM prices and M.2 prices right now? Are they starting to stabilize a little bit? I do wonder if you know any languages besides English. That says, like, do I even know English? Like, that's the real question. Fucked? They're still fucked? Great, nice, thanks. I saw a post. I don't know how true it is. They're saying that OpenAI is looking pretty rough in terms of profitability. Now, I don't know how true that is. It might have just been bait. Might have just been another Twitter bait post, but... dude, hell yeah, if that's true. OpenAI out of business by 2027. Yeah. Apparently they're looking to add ads to the chat GPT very soon. Oh, right. And then they had a quote. There was a quote from, I don't know, the fucking guy, saying that they'd only put in ads if things were going bad. They'd only test ads if things were going poorly. Oh, dude, get fucked. I don't say this usually with companies. I don't like, you know, or people starting businesses or anything like that. I wouldn't wish the worst on anyone, but I think OpenAI is a different situation. I wish the worst for them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. I saw a post on PS5 subreddit. A guy spent $800 for a 4 terabyte SSD. Jeez. Yep. Wowee. Also, fuck all these companies. They're like, we're just gonna make it so you don't really own any of the hardware or any hardware, so you just like go on a cloud. Fuck you. Fuck you. Any company that says that, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Like, actually deserve the worst. I think it's Microsoft said that shit. Was it Microsoft that said that shit? I think there was multiple people that kind of said that shit. I think Nvidia at one point said that shit. Oh, was it? Oh, it was Jeff Bezos. That's what it was. Yeah, Amazon. Meanwhile, me streaming on Amazon. Ooh. Whoopsies. Ooh. My boss? Not really. Not really my boss. No. Now, if you were talking about a full-time streamer who literally relies on their income from streaming, okay, yeah, then their boss, but not my boss. My boss is probably Gaben at this point. like if Gaben pulled the plug on Steam, yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I'd say he's closer to my boss than Jeffy Bezos is. Good Ripper Junkie. Okay, so the NPCs require a GMC controller. Oh, there's an AI controller. Ah. Okie dokie. Okay. Forget it. I misread an article. Classic. I watched a video that AI isn't profitable, and so there's a chance for AI to crash the market. She can go down. Only time will tell. Only time will tell, man. Only time will tell. I'm not gonna let Jeff Baldzos tell me that my hardware is obsolete. Well, they're telling you that because they bought a shit ton of GPUs that, like, now they're like, what are they gonna do with all of them? Because they overbought all of the stock. So now they just want to tell everybody, hey, throw away your computer, use cloud, use our service that you have to pay monthly for. Ha ha ha. I hear a lot of people are buying / hoarding used components while they still can. Am I part of the problem for buying a GPU that I technically don't need? Am I technically part of the problem? I only bought one. It's not like I bought 5. Hey, yo, man, how you doing? You gonna be a millionaire? I don't know. Are you from the future? Do you know? Can you confirm? Yes, I'll take it off your hand. Yeah, whatever, man. I need that GPU. What are they going to do with all the data centers they built after the AI bubble pops? I don't know. Just curious. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be... I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm going to be a millionaire. Okay. This is just... This looks like a normal AI controller. Nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, looks... Except this is different. I don't think I've ever seen this before. This might be a part of this. Even with that, when the AI bubble goes down, Apple, Microsoft will still continue to just push it, given the fuck shit of money they invested into it. I don't know if that's true. If nobody's investing in their failure of a fucking thing, I feel like they'll pivot. Just like how didn't Meta start pivoting from metaverse? Like they started to like not invest into it anymore. Like I feel like they've given up on it. Mainly because I guess Tim Sweeney actually Tim Sweeney is actually doing the metaverse versus Meta's attempt of making the metaverse, which is pretty funny, dude. Oh shit. That's funny, dude. All right, we need a... What are the things the GMC have? Does the GMC have a pawn? A custom pawn type? No, I think it's just pawn. Makes sense. And NVIDIA has been pivoting almost since its inception. NVIDIA is fucking stupid. If they fail and like burn, they deserve it because of like they really are like, oh, there's more money here. Let's fully pivot there. Oh, gamers? Nah, fuck the gamers. Who cares? Like, they just keep pivoting to where the money is, which, like, I guess a company should do, but fuck you, man. Fuck you, man. Fuck you, man. We need a new, like, I feel like GPUs have been, I hope that GPUs start to expand a little bit more. I know Intel has gotten into it. I know AMD has been trying their best, but it's like, it's just the three names. Like, realistically, if you think about it, AMD, Intel, and Intel's not even that big of a name. And then NVIDIA. How the fuck? Like, what? Intel's dead in the water? Well, wasn't their newest card not that bad, supposedly? The Intel Magic something, whatever the fuck. Intel Fire Blast Wand 3000. Dell is already pivoting from AI. I don't know. Give Intel time. AMD and NVIDIA have had years in the game. They're all on AI bullshit. It's just... It's so... I don't know. Why is Intel bad? I think it's just that their GPU isn't like up to par versus the other competitors currently. I think that's probably it. Okay, GMC pawn. BP, NPC, AI pawn. I think I'm actually going to remove the blueprint part of these because these are base blueprints. And I feel like that looks nicer. NPC AI, base pawn, NPC AI controller. Yeah, I like that. I think I like that. Big fan, huge fan. Breaking the prefix for a little bit. All the chips from all these brands are produced by companies like TSMC anyway. Is that Taiwan? It is kind of crazy that there's literally just like one or two factories producing all of this shit. Even monitors are the same. Like all of the monitors, when you actually look inside of the parts of the monitors, they're not built from one company. Most of it is like, I think Samsung is one of the big companies that just like, all of their shit just gets into other monitors anyways. I think it's Samsung. Pretty sure Samsung is one of the big names in terms of monitors. Yeah, Samsung and LG. It's so funny. Everything's just rebranded when you think about it. Rebranded with a different profile associated to it. The past 10 years, Intel's been struggling in the CPU market and has failed to deliver anything remotely interesting. The GPUs are basically the equivalent to a 1660 Ti, and the only reason they're still alive is because the American government and NVIDIA bailing them out. Yeah. Don't forget Philips, our wonderful Dutch TVs. Philips is probably a pretty big name there. There's a company coming to the market that you could put RAM into the card for VRAM, so you can get a lot more VRAM for less money on the GPU. Interesting. Which game is this? Minecraft? Minecraft. I know, shit's changed, man. It's crazy. Just a few years ago, like, Minecraft was just a bunch of blocks and fucking trees and shit. Now it's got, like... Oh, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Top tier promotion of his own game. It's a train. It's a game on a train. It's made by him? No, don't bring Notch into this. Okay, I take it back. It's made by me. It's a co-op survival horror. AI controller class. Let's go ahead and select our NPC AI controller. Then we need a capsule collision. Okay. Okay. Survival, like punching trees. Guys, should I get Hightail? Should I pick up Hightail? I was thinking of buying it. Like a chill little game, right? Chat, fill me in. What is he making? It's a co-op survival horror. You don't punch trees. I know you don't punch trees in Hightail. It's kind of different. Everybody keeps saying Hightail's like Minecraft, but you don't even punch the fucking trees. It's ridiculous. You gotta find like sticks and shit on the ground. Like, that's a completely different game, man. It's not even close to Minecraft. It's not even close. What's the size of our character? People are calling it more like 3D Terraria. Isn't someone making a mod that is essentially 3D Terraria? Half height 83, 26. Half height 90. 26. We're gonna do 34. Looks about right. My marketing be like, oh, what's this game? I don't know. Welcome to stream. I have no idea. I have no clue. I don't even know where I am. That needs to be the root. 90. Pill in collision stream. Yeah, we're a Unity game now. We're a Unity game now. I like it, but if you didn't like Exploration Minecraft, don't think you will, because it's the only game mode for now. I only liked Exploration Minecraft. Like, I think the only times I ever played a game mode thing in Minecraft back in the day was probably on, I think it was on Deadmau5's server. What was that thing called? Where you like burn the wool or whatever the fuck it's called? You break wool? No, you break snow with like a shovel, and then you like try to get people to fall. That was the OG Minecraft minigame. Nothing existed before that. Spleef? Why did they call it Spleef? That sounds so incorrect. It sounds so wrong, dude. Why did they call it Spleef, bro? Oh, God. Oh, God. I have more respect for actual programmers than vibe coders. Yeah, no shit, because vibe coders don't have any sort of like intention to learn what they're fucking doing. They just want the quick way out. Do you want someone who has the quick way out to inspire you? No, they're not going to inspire you. It's like someone ordering DoorDash and then fucking putting on a plate and then being like, "I'm a chef." It's like, no, you're not. You're a Twitch streamer. Okay, so we got the basis of our pawn. What on earth is a vibe coder? I don't know. Something that'll probably die out in like 5 years. It's someone who is a vibe coder is someone who is LARPing as an actual programmer. They be LARPing. Yeah, you talk to a chat bot and the bot codes for you. Yeah, and then you create shitty code that you don't know how to maintain at all. Let me dig up his username. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. We're not gonna we're not trying to like light a fuse under anybody's asshole. First Crimson, I am not a vibe coder, motherfucker. I worked hard to get into this position. Okay, I worked hard. Arrow. I need an arrow to define the direction of this thing. Hidden in game. No. Okay. Are blueprints vibe coding? No, there's actual code. Now, if you ask anybody else, they might give you a different response because they're an asshole and they like to gatekeep their job. But
Shit my pants, I did.
what the hell? Tweak, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. What the hell? There you go
Shit
for the
my
hard
pants,
work. I don't work that hard. I don't deserve that. Thank you, though. Thank you, Tweak. Appreciate that. Now we're going to be shitting our pants
Shit my
10
pants,
times.
I did.
So you are a vibe coder then? No, I'm not.
Shit my
Listen, I'm a
pants,
loser,
I
okay?
did.
Don't refer to me as a gatekeeper. Blueprints is programming.
Shit
All
my
right,
pants, I
I've
did.
begun my rage bait for programmers who, for some reason, gatekeep blueprinting.
Shit my pants, I did.
Yeah, thank you, Tweak. I appreciate it.
Shit my pants, I did.
I'm not a vibe coder. I'm just a game dev, aka I procrastinate a lot. Although I know I'm spreading misinformation. It's just I'm the only one that procrastinates. Bolt graphics claiming benchmark tests show that there's ray tracing going to be over
Shit
4
my
times
pants,
lower
I
in
did.
card than on the 59 and 12 times faster on their higher end card. Yeah, listen, but like that's them making their own benchmark. Do we have benchmarks from a third party?
Shit my pants,
Like obviously
I
they're
did.
gonna fucking glaze their own product, right? Like they're not gonna not glaze their product. I can't take this guy serious with that subscribe thingy. You're not supposed to take me seriously. That's the fucking point. I don't want you to take me seriously. We're here for a good time. What do you think this is? I'm not fucking Jay Blinsky giving you hot takes about programming and then, you know, that guy's smart. I'm not. I'm not here to give you smart takes and shit. I'm a doofus. Doing my doofus thing. Yeah, thank you, Tweak. We are no longer shitting our pants. It's a good day. It's a good day. It's a good day. It's a good day. It do be. It do be. All right. Let's get this guy. Let's go to test level. No, actually, no. Bring him in here. Does he have gravity? All right, I gotta add the component. Gold source movement utility, organic movement component, or replication component. We should probably use the cheapest one here. Movement component intended for animate actors such as humans and animals. Typically, organic movement is characterized by quick acceleration to a maximum speed. Quick deceleration or stop again. Physical forces like air resistance are being ignored with this type of movement due to their negligible influence. Implementation is not limited to bipeds or any particular collision shape. Cock. We working on monsters? At least getting started. At least getting started on it. I like for the very beginning, we're just gonna make some so they like randomly walk around, and then we'll figure out the rest. We will first make it so they randomly walk around, and then we will the rest of the video game. Yeah. Okay, let's just do organic movement component for now. The funny thing is there is no directional input or view input. So I don't really know what to put in there because this is an AI pawn. Let's see if they have gravity though, to start with. They do. They do. The one thing that really sucks about these components is that you can't like push enemies It's really annoying out of the box. You can't like push enemies because apparently the difference between Unity's basic stuff or like base stuff and in Unreal's is kinematic apparently, and Unity's is physics based. Good, Valentina. Yeah, I'm just getting started on the monsters just to see how this all works with GMC. Okay, hold on. What's the dealio? The GMC's built-in organic movement implements. Okay, so we're gonna have to change some stuff. What do you mean by physics-based / kinematic? From what I was told, Unity's way of doing movement outright is physics-based. So you can already, like, in multiplayer, have a pawn push another pawn. Whereas in Unreal, because it's kinematic, I guess you can't really do that. Unless maybe there's this easy way to be able to push players around. What would be an easy way to be able to push another player? That's misinformation? Classic. Another day on the internet. I don't know anything about Unity, so I don't, like, double check anything. Add movement. Ah, yes. I did test that one time to push players around. I made it so while the player is moving, they push in front of them. But, like, doesn't really work well, especially considering that all the clients do client authoritative movement. And it just doesn't really look very good. Doesn't look very good. So how does Unity's base movement system work then? In the character movement component, you can enable other character impulses, the same sort of values they apply on physics objects. Unity does the same thing as well. I wonder if this asset does this. You can enable other character impulses, the same sort of values they apply on physics objects. Let me take a look at the CMC. What would that be called? Other character impulses, the same sort of values they apply on physics objects. What would that be called? Because I looked through this entire thing to try to find if that was even a thing, and I could not find anything related to it. What is the magic button? Stay based in air? Based? Why is he based? Based on what? Because there's nothing with push force in here. So... And it wouldn't be physics interaction because technically the characters are not simulating physics. So I don't know. It's not a huge deal for me. I'm just curious. Where would that be? Push force based on mass? That is just for physics objects. Did they remove it? I don't know. I don't know. Might not be exposed? Is it a C++ thing? Either way, even if it's in here, I don't think it's in GMC. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I've never seen a node that looks like it would allow for pushing other characters around. Never seen it. I'll leave that open just to, like, maybe the organic movement, like maybe GMC has a way to push other components. But as far as I know, I've never seen it. I do see there's a pushed mechanic in the character movement. Is that something you can use? Pushed? Is this a UE57 thing? They removed it, I think. It used to be part of the functionality. I don't know. I don't think there's any way of pushing in GMC, although that would be fantastic. It's not like a huge thing. I think it's just fun to be able to push your friends around. You know, I think it's, yeah, I think it's, yeah, you know, yeah. You know what I mean? Probably Unity has a baked in where it's just that push factor stuff. Maybe. Essentially just uses a collision, calls a function on the other character, and moves it. That's what I fucked around with in here. I don't know if I still have the code. I might have just deleted it. Where did I put that? Right here. On component hit, add impulse. But it was not a very good like way of doing it. Also, the experimental chaos mover does support that pushing functionality since it's actually simulating objects. Yeah, mover would be pretty cool for, I feel like a friendslop game would match very well with mover, but unfortunately, it is what it is. It is what it is. Need to talk to Prismatic. He was cooking some physics on his characters. To be fair, though, he was just doing that in single player. I don't think he was doing that multiplayer. Once you start putting multiplayer into things, everything gets fucky. It all gets fucked. Yeah, not a huge issue. What we should be working on right now, though, is getting this AI to just randomly move around. So we need to attach him to a state tree. I gotta remember how to do that. Yep. If you wanted to add that into your CMC and C++, there's a function you can override and cast for the character and do that apply impulse. In this case, we might still end up like with a really weird result because everything is client authoritative, which means whenever someone pushes someone else, we need to call to the other client to push themselves. I know it's really stupid, but that's currently how it works. And so that would end up in a kind of delayed result. I think Repo does a really smart thing where they animate like a hit on client side, and then the hit is delayed. And that is literally that's literally, I think, the latency delay between hitting the character and then actually sending the information. So they do it by just making a really cool, satisfying hit effect. Noting in this case, since the CMC events, if you override it, is already net synced. I guess I'd have to see how I could maybe do that in GMC. It's not a huge like thing, but it would be kind of fun. Okay. So the most basic thing I want to do with the NPC, is there anything else I need? AI controller, base pawn. I think that's about it. So the next thing is, let's get a state tree in here. We're going to use state tree. I think we'll use state tree again. Yeah. Yeah. I'll DM the function to override. Okay, I appreciate that. They might have the same function in GMC, so if anything, I could always just override it there. Which one do we want to do? Do we want to do AI or... I might have to go follow that tutorial that we did that one time again. Hold on. I'm pretty sure state tree is already enabled in here. Yes. Let's see if I remember how to use this. The only time I used this was, okay, it is state tree AI component. Only time I use this, we'll do a base state tree. This will be like our basic version to start with for now. It was when we were doing the sword game. That was literally the first time I ever used state tree. So it's gonna be kind of a getting back into the swing of things. Now, literally all I want it to do is randomly move around just to make sure that this is working properly. Let me see if I remember how to do this. So we need a parameter here. We can rename it to move location. Then in here, fuck, I don't remember how to do this. I swear there's a way of modifying the parameter here. But I might have to create a task for it. Okay. Well, I guess we need to create a new task. New task. State tree. What was this called? State tree task. Get random move location. Which we probably will use this in the future. Then I gotta remember, oh fuck, what do they call variables that you can set here as an actual settable variable? There's a specific prefix. There was a prefix. Let me see. What was the prefix, man? I think it's a prefix for like an input variable or something. Do you have to take into account network delay / ping? Something like 50 to 60 milliseconds considered as max playable ping, isn't it? Multiplayer is a very complex subject. You definitely have to take ping into account. Nothing is perfectly 0 milliseconds, right? There's always a send, transfer. There's a delay, right? It's the whole like one thing that you see a lot in multiplayer is this concept of like you have two lines. You have the client and the server, and then what ends up happening is like client sends information to the server, then the client needs to receive it, but then you need to come up with ways to like delay something to fix this whole delay, right? Anyways, I know that's hard to read because there's text in here and shit. I should have gotten a black paint background, huh? What was the variable name? Dude, what is the name? The variable name. There is a thing that you can do, which is really fucking cool in State Tree, where we can take this location, and if I remember correctly, it's a prefix text. No, it's a category. It's not a prefix text. It's a category. I forgot what the category names were, though. UE5 State Tree categories. I remember now. It wasn't part of the name. It was part of the category. State Tree variable categories. Is it context? It might be context. So the cool thing with this is when you have a location thing, and then let's say we add a task. Now we have a location. Called parameters move location. Can I, property is bound to parameters property move location. Can I set this property now? I wonder. Will that set the property of move location? Is it context? Is it out? Is it in? It is automatically connected to one of the context objects or can be overwritten with property binding. Rogue? No access, how's it going? How's it going? Do you ever do a bunch of things and feel like you've done nothing because you're ignoring the one thing you really need to get done? That's called monster AI for me. I have no clue if context is considered a reference technically. Like, can I modify the reference? Let's find out. Let's find out. Also, I'm going to rename it. I don't want it to be state tree. I want it to be STT. I see the other tutorials doing that, and I like that prefix, ST task. There we go. State tree task. So we have to do an enter state. Just do the monster AI already? I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. That's what we're doing. We're doing a basic version of it so that we can get some monster spawning in and shit. Enter state. So if I get random navigable reachable point and radius, surely this is the right node. Surely this is the right node. We want to get pawn reference. This is going to be a pawn. And then this is also going to be in context. I think. I'm stealing your idea, Krem. I'm making a game that's going to have zombies. How dare you steal my idea? Well, I'm going to try to bind to the best fitting context data, but could be overwritten to other data. Property passed into a task/condition that must be bound for the state tree to compile. Other public properties may accept bindings, but they're seen as optional bindings, which you can also specify values to use. A property that is an output from a task/condition that other inputs can bind to. You cannot bind the output to a parameter to store its return value. You cannot bind the output to a parameter to store its return value. You cannot bind property references. References that allow for writing data back to the parameters similar to Blackboard keys. Oh wait, maybe this is what I'm actually looking for. I had no idea what I was doing during my time developing and just messed around and made fun shit. Was I a vibe coder? No. Vibe coder is like someone who's literally like... Just search it up, man. I don't know what to tell you. You probably were not a vibe coder. Okay. The blueprint structure is called fstate tree blueprint property ref and is already present in the UI5 main branch. I'm pretty sure this is a property reference, actually. It is not it's not this. Thank you. Reference to vector. Hold on, I gotta remember how to do this. It's been a while since. Okay, so that does not need a context because it is already contextual. Upon reference, we do want it to be a reference, which is already automatically attached to actor. This is very good. So how do I set the value of this then? Here we go. Now it's time to figure out how to do the thing. Oh, it's like this. Get property reference. Property reference. Does that return? It returns a vector. That's fucking sick. Wait. Okay. It's by reference. Can I do a setter? Error. Hold on, aha! So, yes! Wait. So then I can set that. Now you're probably wondering, do you know what you're doing? No, I don't. Are there any PvP games that you can start as a human or a zombie and zombies can turn humans? I like to play as a zombie once. What was that? No, I don't think you could do that in that game. I guess Left 4 Dead 2. That's the only one I can think of right now. Left 4 Dead 2 PvP. That's the only one I can think of is Left 4 Dead 2 PvP. Yeah. Yeah, vibe coding usually involves using AI. Okay, so let's see if this works. I'm curious. So now we need to take the pawn reference and get the actual location of this. That's the reason why we get the pawn reference. Origin. Radius will be, I don't know, 500. And then, maybe 600. So, if I did this correctly, that means that this is going to set the move location. And then when I add another... let's just add a state. And then we're going to add a task, which is move to. And the destination is going to be the move location. Okay. And then once this is complete, it's going to transition back to root. Well, we want this transition on state completed. We want this to go to move. Let me see if I remember how to do this shit. I'm like, this is off the top of my brain right now. Besides the fact that we had to search up the parameter thing, which I don't even think works. All right, so now, where do we run the state tree? Probably on the controller. If I remember correctly, it is actually a component. State tree AI. And then we need to associate the state tree, start the logic automatically. And then inside of the pawn, we're probably going to want to possess on begin play. Fuck. Might be in the controller. Start AI logic on possess. Which I think isn't required, but, you know, whatever. Oh, fuck. What was the text for ending the task? Finish task. Aha! He moved. Okay. This goes back to root. State completed, go back to root. Motherfucker. What's wrong with you? Luckily, we can debug this. I think. Wait, can we? Actually, wait, I forgot. Oh, what was the debugging like for this piece of shit? Oh, no. Don't psh me. Don't psh me. Here we go. End. Why are you stuck? Get random location move, 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 get random location move. The hell is wrong with him? Is this a new state machine or the old? This is the new state machine. I think. On state completed. Technically it's on. Oh, succeeded. If not, go back to root. Move on state completed, on state succeeded, root. Okay. Is that the difference? Uh-huh. Okay, how do I debug this? What is there? What is that? What is that? What is that? What is the dots? Aren't I supposed to see like some debug text here? So let's see the very beginning. Are we seeing what it's actually supposed to? Yes. So at the very beginning, it does the move, but then it gets stuck into this loop of doing move, random location, move, random location, move, random location. If I remember correctly, you can actually debug the task itself. Oh, no, I can't because it's spawning 5 million version of this. Look at this. Look at this. This doesn't seem right. This just doesn't seem right to me. Yeah. Odd. Odd. Very odd. Interesting. Very interesting and odd. Are we not able to like reuse? Maybe it's not able to get the property reference? Okay, hold on. Let's put this here so then we can see if this was successful. Success, because it's very possible that it's failing. Success, 3 times. Success. D. Yeah, it's succeeding. So I think what's going on is the move to operation is not being completed. Let's just delete the transition. Maybe the move to operation already has a completed thing, and so maybe it's fine. Yeah, as I guessed. How Crim looks to me? What do you mean? The IT crowd? That's not me, man. I'm not that. Huh? Raven? How am I doing? I'm okay. Still got a cough. I don't know. We're doing stuff with property references, and property references are confusing. That being said, the move to location is working. It is getting different locations each time. It's just not getting it again, which we would like to get it again. Do I have to add a delay? Potentially I have to add a delay. I don't know. Maybe? Maybe. Mayhaps. Or potentially this is failing, and so it is no longer able to complete the task any longer because it fails. Nope. Okay. How is it so hard to just set of reference location? I want this to wait until it's reached its goal. Allow partial path. I don't think it's... The thing that's really confusing is that it just keeps looping. So either one of these things is failing, and I don't know what the icon is for it to show me that it failed. Like, I don't know. I literally... Oh, hey, look at that. Wait, I just had to click on the fucking thing. Oh, you've got to be... That's... Oh, now I see the actual debug text. Well, would you look at that? Could not trigger complete transition, jump back to root state. And then the move to something failed. Well, what failed? Is the move to location invalid or something? Why are you cringe? Entered move to failed. Huh? Huh? What I'm confused by is the move to location is the same every single time. So it's very likely that this is not actually setting the location, which is not great. Guys. Let's see, if we do get random location and then move to right after. What happened? Maybe this is not the right way to randomize and set a parameter. How do you set? Let's go through the tutorial. How do I set a parameter? How do I set a parameter? There's an assess situation thing here. I'd like to see what the assess situation is. Oh, wait, they have a task in here called get random location and then move to. They have the get random location and the move to in the same thing. Oh, interesting. Hold on. Wait. Let's see what they're doing. I'm curious. I'm curious. I know you can add multiple tasks, but what I'm curious is open the content browser and create a new blueprint class. The class will derive from state tree blueprint base. They set the location as an output. What is this? Combat music. Is the state mission thing Unreal Engine thing or a plugin? It is built into Unreal Engine now. It's built in. Well, it's technically a plugin, but it's built into Unreal. Like it's default turned on now. Tasks do not have a way to return a value similar to what may be used in a function. Instead, it uses a variable categorized as output. Oh. 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 Haven't seen this before. Is it better than behavior trees? It's just a different way of working. I feel like I prefer this over the behavior trees, though. I feel like with my limited knowledge of it so far, I feel like I have an easier time grasping this. And also there's some really cool shit in here, like the context stuff. You can set a context to the pawn reference and as pawn, and it will automatically attach itself to a pawn reference that's already on the state tree. That is like on its own really cool. What you'd have to do in a behavior tree task or whatever you would, behavior tree, whatever it's called, you'd have to cast to your pawn and then set it yourself as a variable to read from. But instead here, there's like a built-in method to do it. Now, what is the performance cost of that? I don't know. It's Unreal. What do you want from me? Okay, so hold on. Since this is an output property, how do I specify, how do I set, let me look at the tutorial real quick. Let me look at the tutorial. Let me look at the, okay, it's doing what I'm doing, except it's using a different node, which I should probably use, to be honest. Then they have the output, which is a vector. Oh, but then the next task just reads from the location. What? That's kind of smart. And then it set its own vector. I think what it was doing is setting itself to the parameter. And then I can specify the parameter to the fucking thing that goes out of the... You see how sick that is? I can specify it and bind it to a parameter that's in a prior task. Okay, let's see if it works now. Don't look at me like that. Oh, you motherfucker. What now? Could not trigger completion transition. Now what? I bet you it's this piece of shit node. Get random location. This is the better one. This is the real one. The other one's a piece of shit. It's a pure function. We don't like pure functions here. I like behavior trees. That's because I like making charts like a nerd. I just find some of this the workflow of working with state trees to be just so much nicer. Okay, that's fine. You don't need to move anywhere. It's fine. Like that's fine. That's fine. How much nicer is it as it's fucking up? This is don't get it twisted. This is just because skill issue. This is literally just a case of skill issue because I don't fully know how to use this stuff. All right, you know what I mean? I don't fully know how to use this stuff. All right, this is literally just a case of skill issue because I'm stupid. Ah. Back to tutorials. I know. I like to do things myself, and then I will, you know, get into it. One task output is the ability. What if it's starting to get a location in the air? No, it can't get a location in the air because it's only getting a reachable location. I think it's this. The task doesn't affect the state completion. When the task completes, it will stop ticking. When the task completes, it will stop ticking. The state can be considered for transition. No. We don't want. We want it to continue. No. Okay, here, let me help you. All right. Yeah, do your thing, man. Yeah. What's this? OpenAI is rapidly losing money. It's projected to lose $14 billion in 2066 alone. See, this is what I read, but is this fake or not? That's what my question is. Don't block the door, man. I'm not, man. So this will return back to root. So that means that he should continue moving. Move again! Move again! He needs to move again! He's not moving again. Why is he not moving again? I'm getting real mad over here. As long as it's not helping the stress. Oh, it's helping me. I'm locked in. I'm locked in. I'm locked in. Wait, do I have to start the logic? No, I put the thing in the thing. It should be starting logic automatically. It is starting logic. I think it's just not running. Yeah. Yeah. It's doing the thing. It's just not doing the thing as often as I would like it. It for some reason gets stuck in random location. What do you mean it's failing the move to operation? Is it getting a random value every time? It is. It is. I'm concerned. I don't know what these values are. The Z is 200. It should be consistent to 200. Okay, that's good at least. It's a good sign. Maybe rule out the environment. It could be the environment. That being said, if it fails a move to location operation, it should continue doing it. Status is running. Current state, nothing. Yep. Yeah, I can tell. I can tell the current state is nothing. I gotta clear my nose. My nose is getting pretty filled up with snot. Ah. Handle impact. Interesting. And there's a bumped pawn? Wait, is there literally a bumped pawn function built into C++? Why is that not in Blueprint? Man, what the fuck? Why? Should it be blocking the nav mesh? Oh my god. Wait, you're right. Wait, good catch. I just thought of... Wait, you're right. Oh my god. Maybe it's getting to a point where it can't move anymore. Oh, wait, you're right. Wait, hold on. Oh, fucker, you're so fast now, huh? What'd you drink? A Monster? Yeah, I knew it. How many? 3, 4? A Red Bull 2? Of course you did. You stupid fuck. God, I hate you. Hold on, I got an idea. I got a fucking idea. I got an idea. I don't remember how to do this. Wait, how did I even do this, actually? I don't even remember. Oh, I think I had to set it to interactable, not pawn. Jimmy! I just got a call from my debt conciliator place telling me that I now qualify for a loan to pay off my debt. They're literally trying to trap me in a perpetual debt, man. What the fuck? Classic. I fucking hate banks. They're like modern day mafias. Insurance companies, banks, all these things. They're fucking evil, man. They're evil. I gotta clear my nose. 1 second, please. Hey. I'm doing some really stupid, so unnecessary. But hey, yeah. Wait. Where's last interacted hit result? Oh, trace for interactables. Aha. Aha. Yeah. Aha. Set collision object type. Physics body. Now you guys are gonna see the stupid thing that I'm doing, man. Oh, damn it. Any last words? No? Ah, that's what I thought. Goodbye. Surely that works in multiplayer, right? He's heavy, man. He's fucking heavy, bro. So, when an enemy dies, or an enemy that has physics enabled, I guess we'd want to set the ownership to the person carrying the thing. Would we also want to associate smooth sync to them? That might be something we might have to think through. There may be some things to think through. You can carry the enemy. Some enemies, I do want it to be so you can carry them. Hey, can you get out of his way? It's trying to work. Alright, okay. I don't think he can get inside, though. I'm pretty sure he can't. He's inside. What? Wait, what? Oh, the navigation is dynamic. Surely that's good for our performance, huh? Oh, yeah. That's really funny. He's stuck. He's literally stuck. You need to get out of the way. Dude, this guy's fucking crazy, man. Please hold. Hold on. Hold on, I'm doing something stupid. As I always do. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Let's put this in the developer folder. Actually, no, I don't want to put that in there because then it's not going to package. Let's put this in the temp folder. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes. All right. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Put that there. Yeah. Oh, there it is. All right. Just to give him a little character, you know, just to begin with. This is the arachnophobia mode. Yes. Okay. No collision. Don't fuck with me. Ah! Ah! Okay, this motherfucker needs a delay. He needs to like chill the fuck out. Okay, why does the material look like that? It's my nose. What is that? Do you see that? Are you seeing this shit? Bro, what is that? okay. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, sure. Yeah, whatever, man. Yeah, all right. Is that going to be in the final build of the game? No, I don't think so. No, that's not. No, it's just for now, just to give him a little character. You know, he needs a little character. Okay. We need to add another task here, which is a delay. We're going to do a delay of 2 seconds with a deviation of 1 second. And now we have the beginnings of a monster. Well, yeah. Our monsters. He's just really fast. I think we can slow him down. Where's the movement speed? Tempo. Max desired speed 800. Let's change that. Let's also give him a little bit of acceleration and deceleration. I don't know if that's going to make a difference. Let's see. I don't even know if the AI has acceleration and deceleration working. Dude, don't look at me like that, man. Jeez. One day this is going to scare me, isn't it? like, one day it's going to really... No, I'm leaving. I'm going home. Okay. So far so good, I guess. What the fuck is out there, man? Dude, stop that. Okay, well, we're doing good, I think. Would be great to, like, push them, you know? Fucking ragdoll into them and shit, you know? Ideally, some of the monsters you would be able to grab and, like, push them around and shit. Lovers of Terraria, new update brings slimes carrying the shooting dart trap. That's fucking diabolical. I'm stuck here. That's actually diabolical. Wait, did Terraria... wait, no, hold on. Wait, where is that? Where is that? Is it this one? They have a release date for Terraria? Wait, has the game been in early access this entire time? No, wait, what is the launch? Oh, the launch of the next update. Oh, these motherfuckers. I thought they were saying like, oh, hey, you know. Yeah, Terraria's been around forever. Terraria's been around for a hot minute. Terraria is crazy. Terraria, though, low-key has kind of harmed the... I will say, while it is an amazing game, I don't know if you guys agree with me, okay? You can disagree with this. I feel like Terraria has set a really dangerous precedent for video games in that everybody's going to expect, to some degree, there's going to be gamers and players, or a percentage of players. Now, you could also say Fortnite has also done this as well. They've set a precedent where a game needs to be updated forever. Or else it's considered abandoned. And if it doesn't get updates, even though it is clearly on 1.0, it is considered dead. Minecraft has set a bad precedent for that. Terraria, Stardew Valley, Fortnite. I feel like all of these games have set such a bad, dangerous precedent that gamers expect the games to be like infinitely updated forever now. To be fair, Stardew Valley is done getting updates now. Isn't it literally getting a new update soon? Or like, isn't one being worked on? Or is he full on the Chocolatier game now? Came out a few weeks ago and it's done. Dev releases another update. Guys, I was kidding. I can't drop this shit. It's a drug now. This shit's drugs for me. I can't. Anyways, here's my friend. All right. This is a good start for the monsters, at least. So far, we are seeing that he's... Well, the dynamic nav mesh is good and bad. I don't know what kind of performance impact we're going to get for the dynamic nav mesh. Here, come in here. Come in here. It's nice in here. No, come in here. No, come on, man. Just get in here, man. Thank you. All right, great. Let's see if you can navigate more of the train. Wow, this is really... That's really creepy. I don't see any colors on that at all. Wow, that is... Anyways, come over here. Yeah, over here. Yeah. Over here. Come here. No, stop. There's got to be nav mesh over here, right? Like... Is there no nav mesh over here? Why is it cut in the middle? It's like a pie. It's like a pizza. Oh, yep. Oh, there we go. Uh-huh. Why is he stuck over there? It's like he doesn't want to move over here. It's very possible that this isn't working. We are reading from pawn, but it's not getting the pawn. Yeah, get in here. Get in here. It's a nice and pretty in here. Come on. Pushes him, influences him to... Oh, come on, man. God, you're so stupid. Look at you. Oh, there you go. There you go. Is he gonna... What piece of that, Sonny? Okay, now he's moving around. Maybe he just didn't have the correct reference? So, this is at least a basis of what we're going to need in the future. Which is, in the future... we're going to need to be able to hit him. He's going to have perception. He's going to be able to... Why is there a hole there? He's going to have to be able to... see us. Is it looking for you? No. Right now it's just like in a wandering state, essentially. It is essentially in a wandering state. We'll have to make a system that allows them to open doors. I have no idea how we're gonna do that. I have no idea how we're gonna make it so they can open doors. I have no fucking idea. Never in my life have I made contextual... Like, no, that's not true. Suit for Hire has contextual doors where enemies can open them, but... Yeah. That's gonna be interesting. When you make it able to see you, make sure you don't code it in a way where a player can just hold an object up to block its view. Oh, don't worry. We'll do a whole variety of things. Maybe you can make the door animate and opening for the monsters. I will just... Because we're using smooth sync for the doors, I think if they... Technically, the monsters are considered server. They're like a server client thing, controlled from the server. So if we made it so they know where the door is at the very least, the rest is very easy. I could just make them launch the physics open. So that's not an issue. It's just the issue of them knowing that the door exists. And that it's a barrier for them to move forward into another area. That's the main thing to figure out. Which will be very interesting. Like, I think in the context of Repo, that's why they have swinging doors, is so enemies can just walk through them. Like, they're probably not blocked by AI nav mesh at all. So... Alright, very, very basic. We're gonna have to then do perception. And then you have to do a whole slew of fun stuff. Now, what I'm concerned about is every time they create a move to task, they create a new actor version of it. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about them creating an entirely new task. But I guess that's maybe just the way that this is. I suppose. Objects are cheap, I guess. I guess it's just creating an object every single time it needs to do a transition or like a moving. Wouldn't be that way with a behavior tree? I don't know if that's true. I'm pretty sure under the hood with behavior tree, that might be creating separate objects too. Yeah, see, here they're using the built-in perception system. I really don't like the built-in perception system. I think it is not very good quality. I think it is kind of shit, honestly. Now here they're using C++ to override some stuff, so we are going to need some team IDs. That will be interesting. We will have to actually use some team ID stuff. When is the system for arriving at a station coming? We have it. That's all in right now. In its most basic form, of course. So you can see that the train is moving. We're rocking back and forth. The smoke is going in the right direction and everything. You can see that we're like all halfway to the station. Power's gonna go out. And then we're near the station. And then right now, all it's doing is it fades out, but in the future, I'd want it so the players have to push the button to dock at the station. But we're here. Train stopped moving, or it seems to stop moving. The smoke is going in proper. It's no longer bobbing up and down anymore. Yeah. And then we can continue to the next route, which I believe I fixed all the issues in multiplayer. Everything should be working properly now. I found there's an issue if you load level instances on the server, but the client loads them first. The client gets a non-replicated version of it. So the server needs to load the level instances first before the clients can. I got jump scared. Yeah, so now we can go up here, start the train back up again, and now we're on Route 2. And the power went out instantly. So the gameplay loop is kind of there. It's like we've kind of begun the pieces of the gameplay loop now. Right, so... So yeah. Yeah, alright, man. Very fast right now for testing? Yes, yes. This would be a lot slower. We also have to consider that fuel would impact the speed and stuff like that. Right now I just made it like really fast just so I could test it out. Yep. Power goes out right now. Can you change the speed of the train? We might have like an overdrive mode that you can go into, but it would eat more fuel. And then you can see we're at the station again. So, yeah. And then this train will randomize every single time. I'm going to bet have a good session. May you complete lots of spaghetti. Thank you, thank you. Thank you again, Tweak. I appreciate the gifted subs. Rest well. Rest well. Look at the Discord real quick. What's up? Grim, we need to cook. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This is horrendous. Supposed to use a level instance actor, which handles spawning the level and replacing it for the clients for you. Which one? What I do is I just spawn the level instances. Everyone gets their own version of it. The only thing that they get is the replicated version. You're telling me that there's an actor for this? Well, it's working now. At least so far. So far it's working. Is there a level instance actor? Hmm. So what's the difference between this one and the other one? If I set this to replicated, does that then replicate? But then the problem is, like, this will start eating network memory. Whereas the current version that I have right now, the current version I have right now just loads it locally, but then sets the replicated stuff to replicated. At least that's... I haven't learned how to profile... I haven't learned how to profile networking just yet, so I don't know what kind of... how much memory this is eating up. But yeah, you can see that's all... Even though they're kind of loading their own instance. Or I believe they're loading their own instance. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Maybe I gotta go in here and see if, like, the clients somehow are not loading their own instance. Which would be in this fucker. In the engine. Because the engine, for some reason, loads the instances. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. I literally don't know why. Yeah, so it's just, it's loading a version on the client, and then I found that this, by keeping the same level name from client to server, then it works properly. Like everything is like replicated properly. It automatically sync up things appropriately for you, essentially. So instead of doing load level instance, you're telling me I spawn an actor. You're saying I spawn a level instance actor. And this is the one that I'm supposed to spawn? Or do I derive something from this and then set it to replicated?
Shit my pants, I did. Mmm. Huh?
Get a matcha frappe Grand Supreme on me from Starbucks.
Ray, thank you for the prime. Thank you. Matcha frappe grande supreme. The hell is that? What the hell is that? It's just a bunch of words put together. That's not real. Yeah, I don't know. I've just been doing this, and I don't know what kind of performance cost this has, because technically all of the other static objects would just be its own spawn thing. Now, to be fair, I don't know to what extent... Like, obviously, just having it on the server would be ideal, because then the server just deletes it, and then they bring in their own version, and then that way we have no discrepancies whatsoever. But I have no... I guess the thing with doing this and then doing this is I can unload the level instances wherever I want to, whereas with this, I'd probably have to delete the actor. Unless I could just unload it as usual. I don't know. It works for now. If we do run into an issue, then I will probably have to load spawn actor. It works for now. Obviously not the most ideal thing because I have to keep things synced up from client to server, but it is working for now. For now. Yeah, come in. Or get out. You're stuck in here with me. Or am I stuck in here with you? Premature network optimization? I just don't want it to run into a massive issue. It's fine. Like, the thing is, it was just a solution that I found that worked. It wasn't even necessarily to optimize. It was just like, I've never used level instances like this before. Almost in a kind of generative, procedurally generative way. So. Here's your room. Yeah. No, 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 no. It's not me. No, your room's over there. Your room's right there. Guy's an asshole. And you are one piece of work, huh? Is it because like the nav mesh hasn't updated? Oh, it wasn't big enough. Ah, of course. Well, now it's gone now. Are you happy, you piece of sh... Alright, well, it's a good start on our monster system. Obviously, there's a lot of work to do, but... It's a good start. I guess we'll put you in progress, I suppose. Yeah. Bullying the AI already? Listen, in the future, the AI will be bullying us. Okay, so if anything, I'm just, yeah. I don't know. What would be the networking profiling tools that I would need, by the way, to start figuring out, like, whenever we start running into networking issues? How do I even start? Like, what are the ways to profile that? What are some resources that I'll need to do some networking profiling? I don't even know how to begin with that. Hell, I don't even know how to 100% profile CPU/GPU just yet. There's too many fucking function names that I don't understand. You can stay outside. It will be interesting figuring out how to make the doors... How to make it so that the enemy can open the door. Like, how can we build a path for them? Like, how can I build a path for them and then they know that the door exists? In Suit for Hire, we have overlap boxes on the front and back of the door. And once they reach the overlap box, then they'll open it automatically. And then instead of the door completely breaking the navigation, we set it so that it has a custom thing. Wireshark, if you want to go down to low level stuff. Does Unreal Insights do stuff for networking? Is there a whole section for networking? That'll be interesting. You might need to write your own navigation system. Don't fuck with me, Geo. Don't tell me that. You mean like navigation is in like moving around, like an A-star system? Am I gonna have to make my own A-star system? Because I've never made one of those, and I remember looking into it, and I was like, "This is out of my pay grade." Will there be things that you can only do when the power is out? There won't be anything explicit where it's like you have to have the power out. Like if there's a wire thing, you don't have to like turn off the power or anything. I think that might be too much. There might be things where you require power to do things. Like if there's any... We'll probably reuse this whole display system because I think that'll be sick. Making it so there's certain like displays where you have to complete a little mini game or something. And you would need power for that. You could always just change your game design. Some of the monsters won't be able to open doors, but some of them will be able to. So we will need to make it so they can open the door. Now I have heard of dude, I don't know. I have heard of like there are like I've never used this system and honestly I kind of just don't care for it much. There's like a system where you can set actors that can be a task. Like sitting on a bench. I forget what they're called. I don't know if the doors could maybe be a solution for that. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. Either that or we make it so each of the doors is a nav link. We could make the doors a nav link. And then they just open the door. We just attach a nav link to the door. I don't know if I can directly attach a nav link to the door. I don't know. Maybe, perhaps. No doors, problem solved. Doors are great, though. Doors are great. We need doors. We need the doors. Can I add a nav link directly? I can. This could be one way of doing it. This could very well be one way of doing it. Let me see if it acts the way I would think it would. I can't even see the debug of the link. I'd have to do it in here. So 0, 0, left. So now we created a nav link. I could probably set it to -60 and 60. I hate nav links, but if it's just this one blueprint, I'm fine. Because then that means that it's directly inside of the blueprint, and then every door would have this associated, so it's not a huge deal. We will, however, have to create a custom nav link for this. Additionally, if they don't need to cross the nav link, then we don't need them to open the door. We'd only need to check if there's a navigation there. So that'll have to be interesting. It's an interesting way of doing nav links. You would assume nav links would just be for like jumping down somewhere or whatever, not opening a door. Oh, that's funny. What was my biggest mistake while coding Superfire that you've learned from and now use the fix for all new games you're making? Maybe like a structural way of handling coding? I don't think there was any like one-off things necessarily. I think it was just in general, there were certain things where I made a specific structure of like loading levels and whatnot, or whatever, maybe some certain combat mechanics that were just kind of done in a way where I just didn't really know what to do it. Like it was the first time ever coding something like that, so there wasn't necessarily any like general stuff that I learned. It was like yeah. It was just like kind of like little like, oh, hey, I made this once, now the next time I make it, I'll probably know a better way of doing it. That's a little bit cleaner. Like I think I remade the level system 3 times, I think, probably. Just to kind of improve it. The anime AI was a tough one. I don't think there was necessarily anything like that I could pick out there either. I think that's just a case of like, okay, improving and learning how to do things in a better way. Yeah. No 1.0 yet? Lazy dev? Wait, Suitfire is in 1.0 though. It is though! So I wonder, for the nav link, can I override? No. I probably have to do that straight in the I don't know what kind of music we're listening to now, but I'll take it. Never mind. We're going next. Okay, I'm gonna have to create a new navlink blueprint. Oh, for the Choo Choo game? Oh, we're a little ways away. We got some very basic monster behavior in. You know, very, very basic, like just getting them moving around and whatnot. Oh, you want to get in there? All right, sure. But there's no like perception system or anything. That thing is so creepy. What do you mean? Hey, come on, guys. Now you're hurting me here, okay? Hey, come on. Don't gotta be a dick. Yeah, we're gonna have to make a new nav link. All right. Let me see if I remember how to do this. Could we use EQS for this as well? Nah. Yeah, Thomas? It's -7 outside currently, Krim. I can't handle this. It's pretty cold, eh? It's pretty cold. It's pretty cold. Directly supports simple links. There can be multiple simple links per navlink proxy instance. Simple links are designed to actually link areas in nav mesh and are associated with a particular area class. Pretty sure it's just this one. Navlink. You can generate navlinks now. The thing is, either way, I'm gonna have to create a custom navlink system anyways, because you can do a you can generate them, but either way, the doors are going to be all generated blueprints anyways, so I'm just going to associate the navlink with that anyways. So I don't really need to use the generative system. Although I would be curious to use that one day. Door crossing. So now let's replace this with door crossing, which means I'm going to have to delete it and... wait. What kind of navlink is this? Navlink component. Whereas this is a navlink proxy. No, I need to create a navlink component. Ah, shit. Let me guess. I can't. You fucker. Ah, okay. I might have to make that in C++. Fuck. Because I cannot create a component from, I cannot derive a component from that. Why not? You've got to be kidding me, man. Okay. And I'm pretty sure I can't override functions in the navlink here. Or maybe I can. I don't see any overrides here. Why can't we do, why can't the engine do things in Blueprint like you can in C++? You know. You know, just, you know. Let me see if I can find it here. Navlink component. Yeah, I have to create a C++ one, and then I should be able to derive a blueprint one from that. We do have a navlink custom component. Not sure what the difference is, though. Navlink custom component. .5.7 having an AI assistant burns me up. Best you can do is just ignore it. Epic being epic. Four years ago, I was 100 pounds heavier, so I just can't handle the cold. I've always been skinny, so it's just doesn't really help me. Okay. We need to, wow, it's really annoying that I cannot just create a blueprint class from this. And then the proxy, unfortunately, is an actor. I hope this still works. Like, I hope this nav link still works. Otherwise, I might just be diving into something stupid. Like, we can see it here. Let me see if I can override anything. I don't see any of the... Do we have to use a navlink proxy then? I see a generated navlinks proxy. I'm not sure what the difference is between this one. Is there a description? Nope, of course not. I don't even know how to check if this one works. If it's just the component. I don't even know if the navlink component works on its own. There's no way for me to test it because there's no. It's not sending any. Let me see. Like, I don't know if this can be... I don't even know if this can be used. This is not showing me as much as I would like. Because in the proxy, there would be a reached navlink. And I'm not seeing any of those kind of calls. Oh, not very good. I think I have to... Oh, fuck. So I have to use the proxy. But the proxy means it's a separate actor, and I can't just simply add it as a component to my door. Man. Let me see. Navlink component. And I don't want to add it as a child actor. Child actor, not so good. Not very good. All right, time to read Reddit. Surely this will give us good information. Nav modifier volume. Nav modifier volume wouldn't help us in this situation. If you create it using spawn actor from class and blueprints or added as a child actor component, it won't work correctly because you can't set the smart link points through blueprint. I can write a script that... Right. I found navlink custom component and subclassed it. I have no idea if this is a clean way of doing it, but in my subclass I create my own delegate called set move reach the link bind my own function which broadcasts the delegate. haven't been able to set up visual references to the nav link start and end yet, so you can't see them in the editor. Okay, what's the difference between navlink custom then and the navlink? So this is a navlink component. Navlink custom component. What's the difference between these two? There are a lot of other things in here. Hold on. Wait. Oh, this is an interface. Wait. So are these two used together then? Is this an interface? Wait, I don't fucking... I'm so confused. So I see this. This has on move reach link, nav link custom component, this component. This looks like an interface. I don't know. Nav relevant component. What? So hold on. What object type is this? New nav link. Welcome to Unreal. You have 10 levels of class abstraction. Yeah, I know. I've been here for 12 years. Yeah. Real and true. So the navlink component, I'm in the CPP file for some reason, is navlink host interface. The custom component is a bit weird. It kind of looks like things that I need. Does it have the links in here? Yeah, start point and end point. For some reason, I can't use it as a component. The navlink custom component, which does look quite different from the navlink component. Well, like, kinda. Some delegates that I need. I need these delegates. On move reach link would be important. So do I create a C++ class and then of this one and then make it blueprintable? What was that person saying? I literally saw like a post. So this is inherited from an actor component. Why is it that we can't spawn it then? Unreal be like, yeah, it's not in the game. You have to spawn this in C++ for some fucking stupid reason. Fantastic, great. Actor component. Is it set to abstract? I found your actor component in the game dev channel on Discord. Hold on. What the hell? That's not it. Motherfucker, who is that? Did you AI that? We're gonna have a talk later. It's meant for specific custom behavior that exposed a blueprint intentionally. But I want to expose this component intentionally so that I can use the nav link. Unless this nav link does have... Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, I just want to be able to use this navlink component similar to how you would use a navlink proxy. So then that way I don't have to place these in the scene, and instead it's just directly in the component. That being said, it's using the smart link component. We might be able to just use the smart link component. However, again, this is one. Navlink custom component. You guys see that? It's actually not called smart link component. It's a navlink custom component, which was the one that we were just looking at. I think we should be okay to just do that. Or alternatively, we convert the door to C++ and then we put it in C++ and then associate. Because there are a couple things in this proxy that might be necessary to get this to work. What is this? What is the proxy doing versus the custom? Okay, opening doors is going to become a bit of a larger headache than we last perceived. Either that or maybe can I spawn a navlink proxy at runtime? Not ideal. However, the navlink custom component I think is our go-to. What I'm curious is how much is going to be broken if I just only add this. That would be the concern. This is so stupid. What's the point of having a fucking navlink component if you can't even utilize it at all? Like, there's nothing you can really do with this. You have to create a custom version of this fucking thing. I didn't see any interfaces for navigation. We even searched up nav and we didn't get anything for it. So you can't override some of the functions that are there. Doesn't fucking matter. Optimus. Shits. Like all the stuff with AI I've ever seen on any project, you end up rolling your own stuff because the base stuff is such skeleton code. It's so fucking ass, man. You want to try to do something in an optimized way? Nope, you're gonna have to recreate every navlink proxy yourself. Okay, so we're definitely, I'm definitely not fucking doing that. Like, there's no way I'm using an navlink proxy. I think we can do this through just a component, and then the door can associate it itself, and then that way every door will have that code associated with it. So then monsters can go through the doors if they're allowed to go through the door to begin with. Just means we're gonna have to take either one of these navigation links. One of these links is going to be the thing that we derive from. I think it's probably going to be the navlink custom component, because that's the only one. This is derived from primitive component. This one doesn't have any calls for if a character reaches it or not. Maybe it is something that we can easily override. I'm thinking it might have to be the custom one. The navlink component should be able to do it. Is it at least controllable via component activate/deactivate? I don't think activate and deactivate is like, let's see. Maybe it is using activate deactivate. I don't know. Let me see what the navlink component does. No, wait, no, not that one. I want to see the other. Let me close some of this shit. I'm getting fucking lost. Okay, this one. Let's open this one real quick. And then the custom one. And the custom one is the one that can do things. However, the parent class is nav relevant component. What was it actually, though? It derives from uActor component. So this definitely can be a component. The difference is this one is a primitive component, which is interesting. This one has a lot more in it, and I also, on top of that, see reached link, which I believe is what the AI calls when they reach a link. On move reached a link. How is it calling this to the... Maybe I can implement that myself in my own navlink. I might be able to just implement that myself. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is going to be a... Because this gets into nav mesh territory, which is dangerous, scary for me, because I have never, like, edited nav mesh stuff. Because this starts going into, like, straight up nav mesh, like, registering it within the nav mesh and shit, if I remember correctly. Right here. Yep. Never toyed around with this stuff before. It's always a first. I think we're going to derive from the custom component, though. Because this is what's used in the proxy. And I really don't think the proxy is doing... Like, what is it actually doing? Like, will I have to copy over some of this code to the door? Maybe. You could try inheriting from the proxy, neuter some of it auto running, and then add the activate such deactivate function in your derived C++ class. The only problem is spawning in the proxy. Do I just spawn the proxy on the door? Will that work? Can I even do that in runtime? Can I spawn like Navlink proxies in runtime? Like, we can try. It doesn't hurt to try. This yeah, it is Witcher. It doesn't hurt to try. I just want to see if we can see it. I don't think you can spawn those at runtime. I don't know if you can spawn those at runtime. It is set to dynamic. I swear we would see it here. Maybe it's because the door is set to static that it's not spawning it. What is an Navlink proxy by default? I think I saw some code that said it was setting it to stationary. This is on server. This is just on no networking. We are set as listen server though, so maybe let's do play standalone. Something different. Let's see if it's there to begin with. We see a bunch of proxies, and then I think it deleted itself. I saw it for just a moment, and then they disappeared. Oh, there they are. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Not ideal, but a possible workaround. not the most ideal thing in the world, but now close it. Oh, it updates. It updates. I don't know why my FPS is so low right now. It's because like there's no fucking way that well, for one, the enemy AI being there is causing such a huge hit, or these Navlink proxies. There's no way. Okay, I think it was a little... I think it was just a little oopsie. Might have had like a window open or something. Every time we open the door, the FPS goes down. Probably because of nav generation. Yeah, fun times. Cabin manager is the one that has the navigation invoker. Is there a way to, if I set the tick rate of the navigation invoker, is that literally just setting how often it would move? Like, how is it, how is the navigation invoker even working? Is it on tick? Is it on... What you doing? How is the navigation invoker even doing anything? What are you doing? Is the navigation invoker even needed if we're on dynamic nav? Like, we have the nav mesh. If I delete this, or let me set this to not auto-activate. Curious. Yeah. Oh, it did update. Wait, so is the navigation invoker just not needed? Do I not even need the navigation invoker in... I tried deleting that. I probably just don't even need it. We're gonna have to optimize that. Hey, watch it, pal. Jesus, man. Get out. Get the fuck out. No, don't go to the command center. Just fine. It's like too fast. It's kind of concerning. All right, well, what can you do? Okay, well, now we just... So I guess what we need to do is create our own custom Navlink proxy. All right. I guess we stick to proxy then. I would have preferred sticking to the... I would have probably preferred sticking to a component because that'd probably be cheaper. But I guess we're just gonna go with the proxy for now, just because that's what works right now. So first off, the very first thing we want to do is override SmartLink reached, because then we can determine if this is actually working first and foremost. Door crossing. technically, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like he was trying to enter the doorway. All right, that's for smart links, though. I don't think we have that set up by default as a smart link. But we should. I feel like he knows this. The smart link is there. Like I have a. There's no way he would just run through the door like that. Copy endpoints from smart link. It's very possible that we need to copy these. So let's do negative 60, 60. And then that will be the default. See if he runs into the door. What does he do? Come on. He was doing it earlier. Like it's showing the. It is showing it. Come on. Okay, I might have to set his actor move to location to the inside of here because this is going to be crazy. This is gonna, I'm going to go insane. I'm going to go insane. I'm going to go insane. Show me the point right here. 900. 0x 900 200 z. 900 200. So now he should try to run inside of here. Ah! There you go. He's at the smart link. Okay. Remind me to replug that back in. Okay. Remind me to replug that back in. All right. So, on smart link reached. We need to make a variable called door reference. What do we use? The cube? Okay, we'll just do a base door then. Not good for memory, but we will clear that up at a future point. We want this to open. Now, the thing is, I think we need to use the Y. We're going to use the Y. It needs to be in the plus Y. Add impulse. I think it's impulse that we'd want here. Relative rotation. I think it's a right vector, and then let's try this out. 5,000. 5,000 cigarettes. Okay. And then in the base door, when we spawn the proxy, we need the door reference to be self. All right. Surely this will work. Get in here. Huh? 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 Does it work in multiplayer? I don't know. Probably not. Well, maybe. It should. I don't think it did. It should. 9,000. 9,001. It's important. He doesn't close the door. He's a bit of an asshole. I will admit. He's a bit of an asshole. He doesn't close the door, so maybe he should close the door behind him. Is there an override that determines that they've reached? Like they've actually like... Can we throw him off the train? Ideally, at one point, we will be able to. The thing is, it's not eating his navigation, actually. Like, he's still doing things, funny enough. If pass door, then close door. Ah, if only it was that easy. I fucking wish it was that easy. Oh, I wish it was that easy. Sup, loser? Sorry, I don't know who you're talking to, so I can't say hello to you. To be honest, it was nice with lower impulse. Try multiple times until they're in. I wouldn't mind if they like had a lower impulse. Or like a maybe an overtime impulse. Like we can set it. We could try 5,000 again. I wouldn't mind if it was like a really slow open. Because that would be kind of creepy looking. It's like they open the door really slowly. Maybe we have different states for it. For now, we'll just do 8,000. But I wouldn't. That could be a cool idea. Is like maybe they when they're not aggressive, maybe they like open it really slowly. Let's see. Does he go back through it? Oh shit! Because of course he doesn't randomize. I wish I knew if they actually got through it though. There's no way to. There's no way to determine if they actually... Like here we have on smart link reached, which we've already... We already called that. That is the only event that we have. It's the only one. We could set a delay. We could use a box collision, but ideally I would want to avoid that if we can. I guess they just leave the door open. No, but that's like not good because what if there's monsters where they don't want the door to open? I guess that's just part of the friend slop. We just let it happen. If a monster goes through the door and then a monster that can't enter or can't open the door then enters, what am I to do? But then the thing is like these motherfuckers are gonna start like opening and closing doors constantly. Oh, I don't know. I feel like they should open the door, turn, and then close the door. Maybe some of the monsters don't. Maybe they're assholes. I don't know. A thought. Nonetheless, though, the functionality is in. What about putting a delay? We could put a delay, but the problem is if they take a while to open it, it might just close on them. So ideally, we have to check if the passenger has gone through it. Some enemies slamming the doors on players, would that be possible? I don't know if maybe. Why would monsters care about closing the doors? We have to assume that the monsters are not actually monsters. They live in their own society. So some of them can be, you know, I guess, what's the rebellious, while some of them are respectful. It's just if you get in the way or if they see you, they might just want to beat the shit out of you. It's not that they wouldn't do that to other people in their society. It's just that you are it's racism. I don't know what to say, dude. It's racism. What else do you want me to tell you? It's just it's racism, okay? I don't know what else to tell you. It's just, that's how the game is. Anyways, the door's opening. That's pretty sick. Let's put the randomized location thing in, and let's see if they open their own doors. If they go upon their own free will. He definitely looked like he wanted to go through that door. I ain't gonna lie. That thing's horrifying? Hey, come on, man. Hey, come on, man. So he entered here, but what about the other one? What about the other door? That really looked like he wanted to enter the other doorway. Is it not loading in? It is. It's loading the door. Is it only able to open from one side? Yeah, he looked very interested in the other door. I ain't gonna lie. Could make the doors close automatically after a while, like, you know, a real door. I want the players to themselves close the doors. It's just if a monster opens it, I wouldn't mind them closing it if they're in a passive state. He opened it. Hey, dude, hey, back up, man. Hey, back up. Does the orientation of the nav link matter? Technically, the nav link should be both ways. Let's double check and make sure that it is both ways. Both ways. So unless this is somehow not allowing both ways, then I'm not sure. Yeah, like the arrows do indicate that it is working, but I wonder if he's just not getting any nav link locations. That's outside of the He's only looking for navigable locations, but does that take into account smart links? Or is he just accidentally running into a door and then he opens it for himself? Let's find out. Great, he's not going to be able to enter because we're about to reach the station. Come on! Hurry up! Hurry up! It looked like he was... And he's... yeah, you're gone, brother. Now there's no doors to open. You're just a guy on a fucking platform. With nothing to do. Yeah. Hold on, can't I lock onto this guy? Yeah. Wait. No! Wait. Shift O. It's not following him. Oh, that sucks. There's a door. Hold on. Let's see if he goes through it. I think the thing is the random navigation location thing is not picking the best locations ever. He opened the door. Let's access non-trying to read property door reference and door crossing. Add impulse. What do you mean it can't? It's literally right. Nice monster, real scary. Thanks. Thank you. Weird that this was called. He didn't get. It's very odd that there was no reference to the door. Oh. Maybe you try to access a door that's not there anymore, and then this nav link did not destroy with the owner. That could be the case. Event end play. This might not be getting destroyed, which is possible. So let's do that. Just in case, for safety. Do I want to destroy it? Yes. We don't want to keep this in the game, because then an enemy is going to keep trying to open it. And then we crash the game somewhere. So let's extend, I guess, the sphere radius to 900. Ideally, I'd want it to go, like, a point. He is kind of not letting himself complete his path before moving on to another path. It's like constantly moving. Let's go to the state tree real quick. I kind of want this task to wait. If it's successful, does it call the delay? Or do I have to put the delay in a different task? When the task completes, it'll stop ticking and the state can be considered for transition. So it probably won't go to this delay. They didn't talk about that in the tutorial, though. Damn, you moving. You moving a lot. He's not finishing his move to operation. On state succeeded, maybe? Can you make him just follow you and you go through a door? Well, I know the door thing works. I just want to see if he goes through it under his own, like, do I see a pink square in that room? He wasn't going towards the door, so I just want to see if he was, like... See, that kind of looked like he just opened it by accident. Or did he? I don't know. He's not... You're not really helping me out here, man. Let's see, he's going through the door. Is there a pink square over here? I don't know. I don't see any... I don't think the reachable, navigable, like, radius takes into account doors. Dude, he is lost. And now it doesn't matter because everything's going to reset. Great. That kind of looked like he was doing his own thing. Make it more deterministic and less random. That'll probably be down the line, but I would definitely give him some, like, I think the thing is, how do I set the, I guess the tick rate of this? Like, how often can this play? Like, I don't really like how often it's playing. Because this delay isn't being taken into account, I think. The 5-second delay. See, that opened the door correctly. He actually went through and learned that he could go through there. He's trying to go through that. He tried to go through the door. But where's the pink square? Where was he trying to go through? Now it worked. Oh, shit. Oh, he went through another door. What? Now, do you know that these other doors exist? Let's find out. Do you know the other doors exist? Damn. You did a good job with the monster. Thank you. Thank you. The bare beginnings of our monster design right here. Right here. Cool. He knows the doors exist. That's sick. I thought that was going to take a lot longer. After, like, looking at the nav link and everything. Okay, well, we can spawn navlink proxies in. I don't know how expensive that is currently. What kind of performance hit we're going to have from that. I know for sure the AI and the enemy AI is definitely going to have a performance hit. It's going to be a performance hit, I think, no matter what. At least for the server. Hey, would you like a fire extinguisher? He opened that door. That doesn't look right. Something about that just does not look right. All right. I'm fucking stuck. Oh, it's because I hit T. I forgot. T is not throw. T is go ragdoll. No wonder I couldn't move. Alright, well, he works. You know what this does mean? I'm thinking that we do kind of have to go down the lethal company path. Maybe there needs to be a way to, like, lock your door. Because this fucking nasty motherfucker is about to come through. We need, like, a button to lock the door. This really did turn into, Five Nights at Freddy's. This really did turn into FNAF. Yeah, I feel like we need a way to... Can I hold the door shut? that could be another mechanical thing. We have to hold the door shut, and then that's how you lock it. Let's see. Hold on. Oh shit. But then that means you have to be there to keep it shut. You have to like hold it closed. I feel like that would be a great mechanic for the other cabins, but I feel like there should be an internal system that could do it in here. Put a crowbar on the door? Oh fuck, should it be item based? Should it be item based or a system that's on the door on the ship? And then it could be funny, like if the power goes out, then it breaks the breaker, and then people can just open the door. Yeah, goodbye. See you later. We didn't let you in. Okay, really, man? All right, well, that's cool. Good start. Good start to our AI. He will be our testing pill. Our little pill guy for when we do our next playtest to see if everything's working properly in multiplayer. Okay. Goodbye. See you later. He's going to the next room. And he just went into another room. Look at that. He's so smart. I'm so proud of him. Perhaps like Dying Light, you can just interact with props close to the door that fail in front of it. Maybe we could do stuff like that. Is he the one responsible for the pyre going out? No, that's the 30-second timer. That's dude, you scared me, man. Can you fucking get out, man? You are creepy. You need to stop that. Just randomly came in. The game's already terrifying, man. What the hell? He doesn't even have a model. All right. Good stream. Thanks for dropping by, everybody. Good stream. We got the beginnings of our AI, enemy AI and stuff. Cool. Yeah, maybe tomorrow we work on some of the perception systems. I think off stream I'm going to begin working on the shop system, some of the currency, which will probably be on the game state because everybody's currency will be the same. So if somebody starts gambling on your friend group and they lose all the money, well, let's just say they lost all the money. They lost the house, the mortgage is gone. That's it. That's game over. But I'm going to go eat something because I'm hungry. So I'll see you guys, I think tomorrow. Am I doing anything tomorrow? I don't think I am. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for lurking, chat, and sticking around. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.